What is up, everyone? As you guys know, I just recently bought myself a 1978 Porsche 911. Air-cooled Porsches, they're sick.
Big Porsche guy.
But this one came not air-cooled. It came with a Chevy small block. Yeah, this thing's crazy. If you guys haven't seen any videos on this car yet, go watch some of them because this is the funniest thing ever.
It feels so much better now that it's out.
Right? The car actually feels way like, you're like, wow, that's a fancy car you got there. You know, it is an air-cooled Porsche. We're not going to be throwing another air-cooled engine back in it. Why? Because it's too damn expensive. Like, that's honestly, I would love to put another air-cooled engine back in it, but the miles per dollar on that one is just not it, right? We got a lot of cars going on. Building the pro car this year, my budget is disgustingly low. We're trying to just make this work. So we talked about in the last video about what engine we should put back in this thing. You know, we had a lot of options. You know, I was going back and forth like crazy. You know, one of the biggest ones I think I forgot to mention in the last video was doing a Subaru engine, right? Because it's like, who else has a boxer engine, right? These came boxer engines. The chassis are designed around a boxer engine. Look, it's skinny and it's wide. Not a bad option. I honestly just didn't want to do it. I like Subaru as much as the next guy, but I honestly just wasn't into it. In the last video, I asked you guys to let me know if we should pick between a K-Series, an SR, or an Audi Volkswagen 1.8T. Now, this video comes out a few days later, so we've seen a lot of the results, and that means I'm about to order the damn adapter kit. Since the video hasn't gone out yet, I don't know what you guys said, so let me know in the comments if you guys didn't see that and what engine you think I should put in this, and we're gonna make it happen. I just want a lovely little 911 SC to drive around that makes turbo noises and has a 4-cylinder. We have to prep this thing for an engine swap, and really, what is the next step to all of that? So we need to get this thing ready for an engine swap, and we still have plenty of work until the engine shows up, so let's get all this small block Chevy stuff out of here. Snip there, it's a little ground. You want this for your GTO?
I'm okay.
You sure? All right, this inline gauge is kind of cool. We're gonna keep the inline gauge. Get out of here. And since it no longer has an air-cooled engine, we no longer need the big old seal from the pan. All right, since I've never really built one of these things before, we have to keep good mental track of where everything is so we can utilize as much of the factory routing as we can. If we look at our little false tunnel here, it actually has a couple functions, right? We have our e-brake cables on the outside, which is good, we'll definitely keep those, right? There's a sensor that runs through here. Got ripped off, we'll figure that out. But we have our fuel feed, we have a fuel return, which is good. This we could, it's a 5/16 line, that's fine. The power goal we want, we could reutilize it, which is nice. We don't have to run new hard lines under the car. We have our cable for our clutch, which is definitely gonna be needed and utilized since we're using the factory trans. And then I think this is actually the throttle cable. We're gonna reutilize these, so we're gonna keep track of all this and put off this side nicely. Since we're using the stock trans and the stock translocation, we really don't have to worry about leaving the suspension in because it's not really gonna have to be something we account for the fit and finish of mocking up the engine. So we could actually drop the entire rear end, which is great because now we could prep all the arms, all this gross old stuff, make it look all nice again on the side. So when this is ready to go, you know, some of that. Look at these things. These are kind of sick, V. Look at these.
Actually, you know what they remind me of? The villain's rear brake calipers.
Beetle caliper. It looks like a big juicy beetle caliper,
yeah.
Which makes sense, right?
You got a lot of meat left, kid.
Yeah?
Maybe put them right back on.
Not bad. I hope this works.
Ooh,
no.
Nice.
Dude, that's how everything is though. It looks hella crusty and it comes off dumb easy on this car. Perfect. There we go. As you guys can see, there's no spring in here, right? Which is weird, right? We have a shock, that's normal. Where's the spring? This damn thing, the torsion bar, is the spring. I've never had a car that was torsion bar. So this is actually the spring force of the rear end. How heavy is the control arm? Not heavy at all. Hell yeah. Look at that. It's all aluminum, so we can take the hub out. We powder coat this black. We vapor hone this thing, and it'll literally look like it's restored. There we go. Oh yeah, and probably do some new bushings. Actually, these are probably brand new. These bushings probably have 10 miles on them, but they're 30-something years old. When we did the 964, everything seems very calculated. Like everything was really accessible. You could tell everything was designed very smart, so you have to undo things to do things. But for some reason with the G model here, when we pull this out, it's gotta come out so far that this nub is gonna have to stick out the corner. So they put this little access hole here for it to come out, but that means you have to remove your side skirt. Very Volkswagen move of you, Porsche. Very Volkswagen of you. There we go. See this piece of like square stock that looks like it's just welded to the rocker panel? If I was seeing this for the first time, that does not look OEM, right? So this is OEM. This is how you could jack a car up, right? You shove a pole in here, and a lot of guys make them where it shoves a rod in here, and there's a pedestal that you jack your car up from. Kind of like how E36 have it in the rocker, but this is a little bit more crude. I spent the last 2 nights spraying this thing down with penetrant on every single nut and bolt I could find.
That's why it's coming apart so easily.
Yeah, I say that as it just snapped the bolt in there, which sucks. What a future Jimmy problem. Listen, I don't think this is like a spring me in the face.
That scared me.
Scared the shit out of it. Shouldn't be under that much spring force. Noise. See, it just gives us just enough room to like snake this out. There we go.
There, okay.
Yeah, see, it makes sense now.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah, it's kind of crazy. But these bushings right here, we gotta replace. See how they're all grooved up? They should not be like that, so. Needed to happen. And then the torsion bars, I'm assuming these seemed really, really soft. Like you saw the suspension.
Yeah.
How soft it was. So this is gonna be like our spring rate. So changing these will change our spring rate.
So do you put a new bar in there?
Yeah, so like, you know how like a spring, it compresses, right?
Yeah.
This, it twists. It's like a sway bar,
oh, okay.
right? Okay. So it's twisting force instead of like the compression force. Oh, the damn bar. It ain't coming out, man. I'm about to cut this fucking thing.
Can't be stuck if you're liquid.
What was that? It can't be stuck if it's a liquid. Bitch. Nice. Yes. It's like a broomstick. It's like
Yeah, a baton.
up to the finger. Okay, so I want to take the little bumper extensions off so we can actually get in here while we're cleaning and stuff like that, because these don't need to be on. As badly as I would love to just rip everything off the front so we could just start to prepping this, I do want to leave the subframe steering rack components in so we know where our limit is when it comes to cutting the pan for the new fuel cell, because I don't think I want to run this fuel cell. We might, we're gonna see, but I also need to leave, I want to leave this all in so I can see where my structural points are and how they tie in with the suspension when we go to prep this to actually fix the metal, because it's kind of crusty and we need to clean it up for where the previous owner already cut it. So we're gonna leave these components on for now, but everything else I just want to pull out the fuel cell and the radiator so we can kind of get this all exposed and ready to, well, be cleaned up and changed. Oh! All right, hold on. I don't think there's much. All right, damn it, there's a lot. Gosh damn it. There's not much.
5 minutes later.
Look at the horn. Damn, that's old school.
I don't think it's bolted down. It's not a bad piece. I mean, look at it. It's just, it looks a little industrious just because it's like not prepped at all. It's just the bare aluminum, but it's actually not a bad piece, dude. So I think I want to pick a new cell, something a little more modern, something with better baffling and something big so we have plenty of fuel storage so we can drive the car far. And then we have to make, this isn't that bad of a V-mount setup, like it really isn't. Especially if we just kind of clean up this shroud and stuff. And it gives us plenty of room for a cell, so it just needs to be mounted nicer. Nice, all right, nice. This is it, that's what's holding the whole thing in. Oh, it's like rusted in place. There we go. Nice. It's not a bad radiator though. Look at that shroud, it's actually kind of nice. Just old tech. They sell this whole tub down here, this whole entire thing, because it's so common for them to rot out. And like this would have never rusted if it wasn't cut to shit. So.
Well, yeah, but that's just the angle iron that he used to mount that, right?
Exactly, but the rust did carry into the front here. But if we wanted to, like if we wanted to go back to like being perfect air cooled car, it's like they sell this whole tub and it's very affordable.
Out there.
Oh, whoa. You ever seen these before?
Jacks?
The Jacks. Like the old game. That's a boomer ass game.
That's crazy that you would find that in this.
It's so random. How did it one single jack? Is it just considered a jack? Like, you know,
I don't know what that piece of the game is considered.
right?
What is that called?
Don't you like bounce the ball and then you like how many you could pick up? Isn't that how that goes? Well, there's a lot of shit in here. There's a mouse in here. The mouse probably brought the jack in there. You know, mouse gotta have entertainment too.
Exactly.
Yeah. So the front's exposed. We can start figuring out what metalwork we need to do up here until we start getting into that, which is just gonna be cleaning and like repainting, right? Engine compartment is fully exposed, ready to go. Now we have to finish getting the rest of the interior out so we can start trying to see if we can get this thing all cleaned up and give us a new foundation.
For creation.
For creation. It's not the best, but it's not the worst. These dollies kind of suck. Really, I just want to be able to move it out, so because we have to finish pulling the rest of the interior, and I want to pull it outside so we can power wash it because it's gross. Well, it's a 70s car. How hard could this be? I've been yanking on this thing for 10 minutes just to figure out there's a bolt in the back. Nice work. I figured it'd just be all clips or something, but I guess it is the 70s. Let's get this stuff out of here, everything we can. It all needs to get redone anyway, so. Bolted. Oh, yeah, look at that. E-brake cables. This thing's super crusty, but look how simple it is. Like, we could get this thing redone pretty quick, and honestly, I bet we can get these things brand new for super cheap. Shifter be gone. This should clean up, honestly, really, really nice. Now we can get in here and clean all this stuff out because it's just grossed out in here. Luckily, it's not rusty. If there was rust in there, it'd be so annoying. So it's a little early on to do this because honestly, I need to get this car entirely stripped. Like, all the plastic stuffing that you saw in the front, we need out. All the brake stuff we need out. It's a little bit crustier than I thought. It's as crusty as I should have assumed it was, right? It's an old car, it's been sitting for a very long time, so all of these needs to come out. Most of the dash is out. All the electronics I'm just gonna pull. Like, it needs all of it out. But we're running out of daylight today, and we really only have today to get a video in, and I don't wanna miss any progress. So what we're gonna do is we are going to power wash the entire back of the car because this is ready to go. I really, really wanna see how well this cleans up, and I'm really hoping we can get a lot of this spray paint off. You see all this red underneath? See the red? That's what it's supposed to look like. The previous owner got happy with the spray can. And then same for the inside, really want to see if we can get some of that stuff off the back seats. See if we can play with some chemical concoctions and see if we can get a lot of that off. Let's get this thing outside. It's freezing out, but we got to do it, so. This is crazy. Gas we have. Engine bay should be easy. It feels weird calling it engine bay. Engine compartment.
Engine trunk.
Engine trunk. There we go. I'm just hoping all this spray paint comes off because it'll make our life so much easier later on. So it's not flaking off as nice as I thought it would. I was hoping it would flake off. Are they black from factory and I'm just an idiot?
I can't tell.
I can't tell. Like, it might be spray paint, but it's like on every nook and cranny. But then again, like the hard to reach spots are falling off, which means, you know, the hard to prep spots. So whatever. I'm gonna keep at it so we can knock some more off. It looks worse now, actually. Like, it looks worse now. When it comes to the interior, we have all this excess like glue and nasty stuff back here. And I have two concoctions here. I have Goof Off, which is a classic go-to, and I have this really potent stuff that Martino gave me from Design Shop React that's really potent. And he uses it to take off liveries. So we'll try that. Can't let it sit for too long. And this stuff, the Goof Off. The Goo Gone, Goof Off. We've all been there.
Oh my god.
You know, I've had some good ideas in my day.
This wasn't one?
This is probably one of the worst. This is awful. I was not expecting that. Like the dash is a little wet. I don't care. It's fine. It's not an issue. But oh my god, this was not in the plan. This looks holy. This is atrocious, dude. I think it's in my head. This works so well. This stuff I thought would power wash off. It doesn't. It just makes it look gross. Look at this.
It's just taking the water.
I thought it would blast it right off. Well, we need a win, and I know what's gonna work really good. Come here. The underside of the Porsche is just sprayed in wax, right? All in here. Like, it looks dirty, but it's literally just a factory wax with accumulated dirt in it. And these guys will get these chassis dry ice blast, get all the wax off, and they look mint underneath, right? And I think that kind of kills the value of like a untouched car, but this should all come off and look perfect underneath. Since we're gonna be redoing that underneath anyways, we could blast it off. I don't feel bad about it. I really hope I didn't just top this up. Oh yeah! Oh, it's so good!
This is what we thought was gonna happen to the rest of the chassis.
This is exactly what I thought. I thought the spray paint was gonna go flying off. Look at it. Look how nice that looks. Like, if I feel like you come back here, it looks like a restored car. No, it's a piece of shit. I can't see anything. I can't see
You're
anything.
doing it. I'm doing it.
We made a big mess of the car. Don't look at the interior. I'm really embarrassed about that. So I'll get the shop vac. We'll clean that up. But the back end, the spray paint didn't come off, but it's degreased, it's degrimed, it is empty. It is now ready to start mocking things up for the engine swap. So I have to pick the engine. It's gonna really drive me nuts, but as soon as I pick the engine, I can order the adapter plate. Once we get the adapter plate, we go get the engine, and all through my choices, we can get an engine like in 2 days, and we start mocking it up. First step is getting that engine mounted, and then from there, figure out where accessories we need to mount in the engine bay itself, and then we could actually strip the engine bay, get the engine bay painted, and get straight to it, right? Trying to make quick work of it. Under here, at least we got to see what it looked like when we take all the wax off, right? So the whole underneath of the car is that wax. And so once we spray it all off, we could reseal the car, and it's a really nice foundation. We'll Scotch Brite this thing, paint it, and then boom, it's gonna look brand new underneath. So at least we got lucky in that aspect. I'm happy we got a lot done today. It's been a long week. All of these videos of the Porsche we filmed in the last 4 days. Trying to bang through content this week so we don't actually have to be here on Christmas for once like I usually do every single year. So I hope you guys still enjoy the videos, even though they were probably a little sporadic and very talky. But if you guys have been around this long, we just got a text message and we have a pretty big surprise to end off the video, and I'm actually really excited for it. So let's go check it out. All right, as you guys know, the 86 has been in the body shop for quite a few weeks now, and we just got a pretty rapid update from Anthony. Ghostbusters! Look in there. Oh, it's in there. It's in one color. You just sealed it up?
Yeah, one more coat of sealer and color.
And color. That's crazy. I wasn't expecting it today. That's nuts. So Anthony's painting the body first, like just the bare body, and then all the body panels. Like, that's the annoying stuff. The body's the easy part, right?
Yeah, that's the easy part.
Bring it with the sealer to like bring it all together in one color, and then we'll get base coat and actually see the color for the first time. Ooh, you're doing the front fenders too? That's sick. Okay, cool. That's dope. When it's in bodywork, it looks like such a mess, right? Like with Bondo spots, metal spots, like everything.
Primer spots everywhere.
Everywhere. We're not gonna do a full DIY paint job video here, but I always think this is cool because I always forget it exists. So between layers of paint, Anthony has this cloth called tack cloth. It's a really sticky cloth, and it's literally meant to get all the dust particles and anything else that might have gone on the paint when it was flashing.
Yeah, it's like glue in it. Wax in, wax out.
Look at that technique. Look at him go. This is the part of the vlog where it goes black and white. Okay, this is the base coat. This looks crazy. Look at that color.
Nice looking color.
That is a good color. I have been dying to paint a car this color since day one. I didn't know what car to use it on because I know I'm like,
Which car deserves this?
which car deserves this? Or like, I mean, also I haven't had a good opportunity to paint a car this color, but like it's always like, what's gonna be the first car to paint this color? But I feel like this car is worth it. Here we're doing a white and black Panda Terreno, and I'm just like, I appreciate it, but I'm so over it. Like,
Tofu letters on the side.
we have tried, dude, the amount of times we went back and forth on colors on this car is ridiculous. Like, this was really the first car I had, like a true blank slate, because I got it in primer. I didn't have any type of energy to it. It was like, it literally was a blank slate. You know, it doesn't really fully hit until you clear it up, but we gotta see this before we head out. Gotta see the base coat. Holy, that's a good color. Spray the quarter, come on. That's cool, holy shit. I knew you did that on purpose. I'm like, paint the damn quarter.
I did it on purpose.
You painted it last. Dude, like you think you're always ready for their color change and you see it and you're like, oh my God.
It's so crazy. It looks nuts right now.
The base coat, well, he got 2 layers on. How many, what do you think, 4 layers, 4, 5?
4, I will say 4.
4 layers of base coat, and then it's straight to clear. And well, it's a long process, right? Because you gotta spray, wait, tack, mix, load the gun up, repeat, over and long process. So as soon as you seal the car, you're guaranteeing yourself a long night. Anthony, we appreciate you so much for getting this done before you go away for Christmas break. Anthony's going back to Puerto Rico. He's gonna have a good time. Stay out of trouble, all right?
I'm always there.
Yeah, we'll see. The rest of the panels are ready to get sprayed. Just need to obviously have the room in the booth to get it done, and we'll assemble the car. It'll be good. So it's a little bit of a, I'm saying a little bit of a blue ball video here because you probably won't see the color for a couple more videos. I think this time we're gonna wait till everything's painted so we can assemble it. I want to assemble it on camera and watch it come together with all the fresh paint and everything. Crazy week, we got a lot done on the Porsche, a lot of dismantling and just getting our life in check, but we learned a lot together. I hope you guys learned a lot this week with the Porsche, and we have way more to come, and next time you see me, hopefully I will have parts and we'll do less dismantling and more, hopefully, construction and prepping, right? That's the goal. The next time you guys will see us will be our recap videos for the year. We are doing a recap video. It's 2 parts because it's so long because we've done so much this year.
It's almost 4 hours worth of stuff.
4 hours worth of stuff. So everyone give Austin a huge shout out.
There was a lot.
But you made it happen.
Yeah.
Every spare moment I saw Austin in his office just throwing it together, and I'm actually really excited to have it. Just throw it on in the background during Christmas ordeals or whatever.
Yeah.
It's gonna be amazing. Like, we saw stuff in the beginning of the video. I was like, oh, Austin, that was 2 years ago. He goes, no, that was this year. So it's been a crazy year. I can't wait to go watch it and recap myself. But so next 2 videos will be recap videos. Please go watch them. Austin put a lot of work into it. And what's also nice about it is it's giving us the week to actually enjoy Christmas with our families for once. I'm always in the shop filming like every year, like nonstop, because we post so damn much. But
Not this year, baby.
thank you guys for watching. It's been an amazing year, and I'm happy you guys have followed our journey with us, and we couldn't be more grateful to have you guys with us. You are the reason we are able to do all this and experience everything that we have. Without you guys, we're just a bunch of dudes with a damn camera, right?
Yep.
So, but before I ramble on anymore, you guys know the deal. Like, comment, subscribe. Stay tuned for more content. We'll see you guys very shortly.
It's sad because I